Galaxy Star Gatting, head-to-head Vital Silver. Terrific race. They're all in. 1600 the journey. Gates are back. Racing. Discoville, Vital Power the first to leave from Lucky Linda Lulu. Storm Dancer accelerating. Going up as well, Flying Roar as they go into the first corner, and around the outside is One Org trapped on a bit of a limb early, but Vital Power is going to lead them when they'd settled. It's Vital Power by one to Storm Dancer. Flying Roar easing back third. One Org has to progress around them three deep to try and get up outside the speed, and back behind them Discoville and Humanity three deep. They're being followed after a length and a half to Lucky Linda Lulu and Our Mate L. Black Attack back on its outside, 2 lengths to Wannafic, and then Stoicism, who'd settled well back in the field at the 1,000 mark, and last of all is Scarlet Speedster. Vital Power shows the way on the far corner, leaving the back and racing along past the 900, a half a length over One Org, who's worked up to be their second, passing the 800. Over on the fence to Flying Roar, Storm Dancer well placed by Pike, and Humanity is wide. A length and a half away then came Discoville, being followed by Our Mate L, who's over on the fence. Then deeper out, Lucky Linda Lulu, back behind them, Black Attack, then came Wannafic. Gee, Stoicism's going to require plenty of luck back there. In behind a wall of horses coming to the 400 mark, and back with it is Scarlet Speedster. Vital Power first into the home straight from Flying Roar, who's now into the clear. Over on the extreme outside, Humanity, which has been parked wide all the way and sticking on. Then Storm Dancer, Lucky Linda Lulu, Discoville behind those, Black Attack, Stoicism trying to work its way through. It's Flying Roar though, getting away with 100 to go. Flying Roar's a length and a half. Lucky Linda Lulu and Discoville running on, but Flying Roar too good here at Belmont Park. Stoicism working its way through some heavy traffic in that photo, might have got it for second with Discoville and Lucky Linda Lulu. In behind them came Wannafic, Storm Dancer with every chance next home. Then Our Mate L, followed further back by Black Attack. Vital Power weakening, Scarlet Speedster, then One Org, and dropping out quickly after a torrid run is Humanity. 6 Flying Roar, the winner, Jason Brown for the Jim Taylor stable. Loves this track. 8 wins now from 34 runs at Belmont Park. Grows a leg back here on the bigger, wider track for the Jimmy Taylor stable. And the son of So Secret, Jason Brown aboard. Jump well, always handy to the speed. Off the fence at the right time to grab the leader, and has staved off Stoicism, who was well off them, required a fair bit of good fortune in the run to the line, was getting home very well. And at Discoville, Lucky Linda Lulu, they are in that photo for third place, and there's little in it between them. The winner raced by PM Maver by So Secret from Rearing to Roar. It's 11 wins from 61, and of the 11, 8 here from 34 at Belmont Park, trained by Jim Taylor and ridden by Jason Brown. Over Stoicism, a big effort from where she was, or he at least was, by Mossman from Clementine, Martin Allen and Brodie Kirby, and waiting for third, and that's anybody's guess. It's awfully close for the skinny end of the money. Discoville, Steve Parnham by Discorsi, Lucky Linda Lulu by passenger Chris Parnham. 6-1-4. Discoville, 12 Lucky Linda Lulu. Half a length the long head of the margins. The time is 1:40.48 for the 1650 of the last. Okay, well, let's get down now into the yard, and we're preparing to sign off from Belmont Park today, but we leave it in the hands of Gareth Hall.
Thank you, Macca, and Jimmy Taylor joins us here. Flying Roar, that was a good, tough performance, Jimmy, back here at Belmont.
Yeah, not a bad purchase, but the owner bought him 4 days ago, and he's got more than half his money back, and he's going up for the Geraldton season. He said, can you give him one more before he goes? So, yeah, he's done very well.
Bargain buy, he might stay here now for a couple more starts at Belmont.
Oh, you never know. We'll see what this was a lot weaker than he's been racing against, but he had a good run.
What were you expecting today?
Oh, we thought if he could run the 1650, he'd be right there, but, the 1650, he's a lot better horse at 14, so, he'd probably, he'd still nearly win another 1 or 2 on a sad day over 14.
Okay, so, yeah, nice way to end anyway if he does go to Geraldton after today.
Yeah, well, he's earned about 550,000. It's not bad for a mum bought him for 26,000, so he's been a good purchase.
Well done, Jimmy.
Thanks, Gareth.
There's Jimmy Taylor there, and he salutes with Flying Roar. Jason Brown in the saddle. I think Brownie, that's his first win and back since coming back from America on holidays, and Flying Roar's coming back. Well done to Brittany.
It was a nice win by him, wasn't it? It's a stable favourite of mine, that's for sure. So I, for one, will be very sad to see him head to Geraldton, but really glad to see him be able to get this victory today here back at Belmont, and really happy to see. And Jace, lovely ride. Probably thought that he was going to lead, but just summed it up and got the run of the race by taking that trail. Might have just been able to see him see that 1650 out, which was always going to be a little bit vulnerable out.
So Jason Brown will jump on those scales and he'll have a chat to Brittany Taylor. Second home stoicism was the black book. You want to get on next start, and Kirby didn't have much luck in that straight, and he got a long way back from that draw, and he hit the line hard to finish second, and then Discoville was back in third. But Jason Brown's now catching up with Brittany Taylor.
Jace, good to see the old boy Flying Raw in the winner's circle. You probably thought you were going to lead, but when that horse came across, were you happy to take that trail, particularly given the 1650 today?
When he didn't step as well as I liked, I sort of conceded pretty much straight away. I thought I was going to have to use too much to sort of cross Hawley, so thought I'll just sort of sit here and get a speed running behind him. And he just needed that soft front, especially at the mile, so I didn't want to do too much with him early once he did step away a bit slow.
He's a big, strong horse. Was it easy enough to shoulder your way into the clear coming into the corner?
It is, because as you know, he has a tendency just to sort of lug a little bit as well. So with his big, heavy head and body, and just sort of allowed him to sort of lug out a bit and gave him enough room to get clear and put himself into the race.
Did he feel vulnerable late? 1650 is probably a bit further than his best trip that he's shown so far.
Yeah, once I got inside the 200, I was pretty confident I was going to hold him. So I think he ran through the line well enough.
Well done on the win.
Thanks, Brittany.
Yeah, well done to Jason Brown, Jimmy Taylor, and that wraps up Belmont today. It was a pretty good day. I think definitely the highlight, guys, Gates of Babylon and that.